How's it going, everyone? My name is Forge and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, great news. Minecraft 1.14 is releasing to everybody, and so today we're going over every single feature that's in the Village and Pillage update, so that way you guys are prepared to know on what you're in for. So, we're going to begin with the first features here. Now, this map is created by Yuju, and there will be a link down below. But the first feature is some brand new stairs, slabs, and walls for your building needs, and they look really incredible. So no longer are you limited to the slabs they already had. We now got ourselves some new ones. We also got ourselves the new smooth variants for stone, quartz, red sandstone, and sandstone. So in order to get the smooth variants, you just go ahead and put in their base blocks like stone, quartz, sandstone, and red sandstone into a furnace, and then you get yourself these different smooth as a result. But anyway, right over here, we got scaffolding, and you can go out 5 blocks before it starts falling down to create up a brand new row. But over on Java, you can go out 6, which is actually kind of unfair. I kind of think it needs to be the same on Bedrock. You could change later on. But to go up scaffolding, you go ahead and press the jump button, and then in order to go down, you go ahead and hold down the crouch button, and there you guys go. So there's a little bit more stairs, slabs, and wall stuff right there. But for now, let's go talk about the crossbow. Now, the crossbow is a brand new weapon that can be either crafted or found by killing a pillager, which is what we're going to go and talk about in a bit. But it's also really powerful. It's really powerful to kill a sheep in like 1 hit, but it's not as powerful to kill a donkey in about 1 hit. So yeah, that's one thing. It takes a few more hits to kill a donkey. But with that one, you also have yourself some brand new enchantments. You have quick charge, you have piercing, and multi-shot. Multi-shot fires 3 arrows at the same time, as you guys can see right there. And then quick charge just allows you to quickly charge up your crossbow much faster. And then piercing fires a single arrow through multiple mobs at the same time. And next up, we have sold some brand new signs for spruce, birch, dark oak, acacia, and jungle, and they look amazing. A bonus fact, if you're playing on Java, you can go ahead and now use a dye to change the color of the text. And also, this is the brand new jelly skin for a cat, and we're going to be talking about cats here in a bit. Now, anyway, we have sold some brand new flowers to talk about. We have the cornflower, the wither rose from Java edition. It's not here yet, but it will be. Then we also got ourselves Lily of the Valley, and Lily of the Valley and cornflowers, they can be found in different biomes. Cornflower is found in plains, and of course we should have ourselves some cornflowers all the way over here somewhere. But also, the Lily of the Valley is found within the forest of Minecraft and flower forests, and they're pretty great. So you can also go ahead and use the new flowers to get yourself some blue dye or white dye. And speaking of dyes, all the dyes have changed in the game. So over on Java Edition, you can no longer use lapis, bone meal, ink sacs, or cocoa beans as dyes. Instead, you have to go ahead and put them into a crafting grid and turn them into dyes themselves. So yeah, you can no longer go and use those, but over on Bedrock, you can still go and use them, which is actually quite cool. But anyway, we got ourselves bamboo, and this is a baby bamboo. You can go ahead and use it to craft sticks and scaffolding, which is really great. But also, we're just going to go ahead and move over here, and we got ourselves the cats. So cats, they made it to where ocelots are no longer tameable. So it's kind of upsetting, because ocelots, they basically had a really big use since 1.4, I believe. And now they do not have a use anymore, and sad days are ahead of us. But anyway, on the good side, cats, they can be found within villages. You can go and tame them still by using the same method as ocelots. And also, they have some really cool colors that you can change the color of. And they will also bring you a nice little award in the mornings. But for now, let's move on to the next feature, which is going to be the Panda Bear. Now, pandas, they were actually a voted on mob from the Chinese community. That's right, the Chinese community, they voted for the pandas to be added to Minecraft, and they're actually really cool mobs. Now, most people would say that they're useless mobs, but I say no, they're an entertaining mob. Because they like to play around, they like to roll around, they like to do lots of different stuff. But go and play around with that one all you want. There's even a brown panda that's very rare. But anyway, over here, we got ourselves the Pillager. And the Pillager is a mob, as I mentioned earlier, and that can drop the crossbow. And they will go ahead and raid villages. They can be found in Outpost. And also, they can be found pretty much in any biome that a village is present in. Same thing for the Ravager, except Ravagers are not present in Outpost. So bear that in mind. But also, Ravagers, they can break the different crops that you have within your world. So do be careful with the villagers. But anyway, right over here, we get ourselves the Minecraft new textures. And yeah, they're funny in the game. Some people don't like them. Some people do like them. And I have to say, you know what, I don't really mind them. Because they're, you just have to get used to them. But anyway, here's some crafting recipes. This is for the campfire. We talk about the campfire here in a bit. We also got ourselves the recipe for the lantern. and the recipe for the beautiful crossbow. I mean, it's really great. You know what? I'm going to put a crossbow right there. And why not? But let's go ahead and move on to the next feature, which is going to be, in fact, the lantern. And the lantern, it can be hung on any solid block. You cannot hang it on the underside of leaves or any type of transparent block. But fun fact, they did actually make it to where glass is no longer a transparent block. It's actually now just a solid block that you can place stuff on top of. You can even go and place torches on them as well, which is very, very nice. I don't know if it's been like that for a while on Bedrock, but I know for a fact that Java Edition just got that. But anyway, our next feature is going to be, it's going to be the stone cutter. So I got a bit confused here. But the stone cutter is a block that allows you to create up different stone objects. And for some of you old school Minecraft Bedrock Edition players, back before it was Bedrock Edition, the stone cutter was a block that was in the game. And they removed it, and now they brought it back, which is quite nice. And now they also introduced trash cans. No, only joking. This is the ability of placing lava in cauldrons. It's quite nice. So go ahead and use it for a trash can instead of using those hurtful cacti. But next up, we have ourselves bells. That's right, we have bells. I'm so happy that we got bells. I mean, they're so cool, right? Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and move over here. So we now got ourselves the ability of creating bark blocks. And to make them, you're going to need to go ahead and grab yourself any log of your choice. And it can be stripped or it can be normal logs. Let's go and put that inside there. And as you can see, we get ourselves some wood out of that. And I really don't know how that even does that with the wood. But you know what? I don't care. As long as we got ourselves some bark blocks, it's really, really great. And so now you got yourself the side of the log all over the place, which will make some really great trees. But anyway, let's go ahead and move over here. And we got ourselves so many new blocks. Only 2 of them does not have functionality, but the rest of them do. But anyway, we're just going to go ahead and be talking about them as we go on throughout the map. But right here, we got ourselves the Loom. Now, the Loom is able to be crafted, and you can also go ahead and use it to make different banners. So, like, let's say I grab a hold of this red dye, and I grab a hold of this white banner. If I go ahead and go over here, we got ourselves some banner patterns as well. Now, you can use wither skulls, vines, or any other object that was originally used for a banner. All those different patterns, they can be combined with a piece of paper, and you can go ahead and get that right there. But anyway, if I were to go ahead and come inside here, I put it right there, I put the dye right there, and then I can go ahead and choose from all of these different patterns, which is quite nice. And you can also go and put that right in there. And now we got ourselves a really cool banner, just like that right there. I mean, it doesn't look the best from up close, but you know what, it looks pretty good from far away. It kind of looks like a Picasso painting. But anyway, we got ourselves the lectern, and you can actually have yourself a redstone output by putting a comparator back there. And every page that you have is going to be divided by 15. So let's say you got... Next up, we have ourselves the Wandering Trader. And the Wandering Trader, some trades are pretty rubbish, but some trades, they can be quite good, like an olive shell. But anyway, we also got ourselves some brand new villager trading UIs, and some brand new looks for the villagers, and some brand new looks for the villages. We'll be talking about the villages here in a second, but this is the new trading UI. It looks really great, and you can go and level them up as well if you so desire to. But for now, let's go ahead and fly all the way down here. And don't you guys worry, we will be talking about some of the other blocks as well. And also, there is the shield within the game as well, which is quite nice. But we got ourselves the new village looks. Now, do not worry, we will go back. We'll talk about the tiger stuff. But this is what the new plain villages now look like. And look at that. That's the old village. This is what villages used to look like. Yeah, back in the day, we didn't have these fancy villagers or these fancy villages. And now the villagers can tell the story of how they have evolved from these little rundown houses into these fancy houses. Okay, I mean, that's going to be a story. You see, when I was a young villager, we had ourselves really terrible houses. But, you know what, I don't even think about that. Let's just go ahead and think about the new days. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, we're just going to go ahead and ignore that. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Everything, apparently. Oh, what's wrong with the villagers? Everything, apparently. But we're just going to go and come over here. And let's look at all of the new villages. The first one is the Acacia. And the Acacia villages, they look pretty great. They're more like, you know, like how you'd imagine a Savannah village. I mean, I don't really know. But this kind of reminds me of like some kind of village, right, that you would find probably in Africa or something like that. But it does look really cool. And oh my goodness, I would not want to fall down there. That's a very steep, seriously, this is a steep fall. That's very bad. But this is what the villagers look like. They're wearing red, which is quite nice. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and leave this area. And we are just going to go ahead and head over to the snowy tundra. In the snowy tundra, it's pretty great. We'll go ahead and skip past the desert one in a second, and we'll come back to that one. But this is what the snowy tundra looks like. And now, this doesn't have every single structure yet until later on, but this is what the villages look like right here. And so this is what the desert villages look like, and they look really great as well. And we can just go ahead and find ourselves some loot around here if you want to, and I mean the same thing for any other village. But this is what the villagers look like. They're wearing like desert clothing, and they look really, really great. Now this also gives me more like an Egyptian vibe, like an old Egyptian vibe that like they used to have all those ancient days ago. Now this is what the taiga villages look like, and they look really, really great. So I mean, look at this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like a campsite that you would actually come to, and I really don't know what causes this glitch. Does anybody know what causes this glitch? Oh, we fixed it, but now this part's all messed up. It's a very strange lighting glitch. They fixed one lighting glitch, and another strange one appears. But anyway, right over here, we got ourselves some more houses, and then we got ourselves the villagers, and this is what they look like. They're wearing like fur coats and stuff like that. They look really, really great. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and leave this spot, and we're gonna go ahead and move over to the next part of the showcase. So right down here, we have ourselves a few more objects that we haven't gone over yet, such as the barrel. Now the barrel, you can go ahead and use it like a chest, and you can put stuff inside there. Nothing too different, but of course here's the lectern again. I already mentioned the lectern. I already mentioned that every page is divided by 15. But we also got ourselves the hero with the village effect. Now whenever you have this effect, villagers, they can toss you different awards, and they will also go ahead and give you discounts on trades as well. I mean, look at this. We can actually get ourselves like Black Friday in Minecraft. Now, if you never heard of Black Friday, we have sales. People go crazy. People get hurt. And that's in the story. Okay? That literally is true, though. But anyway, there's the Ravager again. Here's the Stonecutter again. Now, the Stonecutter, I already mentioned that you can craft stone stuff with that one. This is the cartography table. And I'll get onto the belt in a moment. But the cartography table right here, you can go ahead and resize maps. You can go ahead and lock maps. And you can even make yourself locator maps if you want to. But anyway, you can also go and activate bells by using different objects. So you can use, like if I go and come over here, I'm going to go and place down this. I'm going to toss down an arrow. And as you guys can see, these objects can actually go ahead and activate those things. And of course, you can also use redstone to activate them as well, arrows. But right over here, it's a smoker. So all these objects, you can go and put into the smoker. And it's going to go ahead and cook them up. Now, the campfire also allows you to go ahead and cook stuff up. Now, it also has these smoke particles. And the best part is, if you go and put yourself some Maybells in there, you can actually have even higher smoke particles, and so people can actually know where you are. But also, this is the Grindstone. So, the main use for the Grindstone is to go ahead and disenchant and repair items. So, like, let's say I have myself this looting 3 sword. I go ahead and put it in there, and then it disenchants it. But also, if you have yourselves 2 of the same objects that are damaged, we can then go ahead and put that into there as well. And that's going to go ahead and allow us to go ahead and create a repaired object. And I do not know if the disenchants the weapon as well. But besides that, we're just going to go ahead and come over here. And we have ourselves the smithing table and fletching table. No functionality yet. But 1.15, they have stated that that will probably get a really good use. But anyway, here's some berry bushes. And berry bushes, you're able to go ahead and pick them by right-clicking on them and eating them up. It doesn't give you too much hunger, but still it's pretty great. But right over here, we got ourselves some foxes. Now, over on Bedrock, we don't have foxes yet. And these foxes, they do not behave the same as over on Java. So I won't be able to show you guys that. But they can pick up objects. And they can go ahead and like basically act like, well, wild animal. But and also, before I forget, let's go talk about the Composter. Which the Composter, this allows you to go ahead and put different crops inside of it. As you guys can see, these are like all the different crops. But any crop that you put in there, it's going to go and fill this up. And once it's filled up, like this, go and right click on it. And you get yourself some bone meal just like that. But anyway, this is the Pillager Outpost, where you can find yourself different pillagers, and I already showed you guys that before. Now this is the Pillager Outpost. You can find different pillagers around the area, and inside these cages, you can also go and find yourself some iron golems, and you can also go ahead and get yourself some really decent loot. I mean, look at this. You can find bottle enchanting stuff out of here. You can find carrots. You can even find a crossbow if you're lucky enough. So the Taiga update, we got ourselves some really cool stuff. And the first thing that we got was the new berry bushes. I already showed you guys the berry bushes before, and they're pretty great. But we also got ourselves a campfire, so let's go ahead and gather around the campfire, and let's sing the campfire song. No, we're not going to sing, don't you guys worry. But you can go and put different foods on there. I am going to go ahead and break that. so I can go ahead and grab myself some foods and show you guys. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some raw, let's go for raw fish. I mean, that's what you would eat when you're camping, right? But anyway, as you guys can see, we can now go and put objects on there. And also campfires, they cause this really weird lighting glitch still. Yet again, I don't know what causes this lighting glitch. It's very strange. But anyway, it takes about 30 seconds to cook up these foods. And once they're all cooked up, then you can go ahead and pick them off. And actually, they'll come off on their own. And then you can go and eat them up, which is quite nice. And with that, guys, the final feature was foxes for the Taiga update. Now, the last thing I forgot to mention about this was basically raids. So you can now go ahead and get yourself the Bad Omen effect. And you can go ahead and activate a raid whenever you're inside of a village. And whenever you go ahead and do the raids, that you can find like different mobs around the areas, like witches, pillagers, illagers, and you can even find yourself some ravagers as well. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. But besides that, that's it for the village and pillage update. This has been an absolute long ride, but you know what? It's really, really great that's now being released. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know by leaving a like on it, and let me know on what your favorite type of feature is. And for now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!